we've got DIYPoint, and this is Kevin Peck. He is here with his son, Nate, and I'll let him introduce himself and let you know what this is. Thanks. Oh, handing you the wrong thing.
All right, let's see. Morning, everyone. Ooh, that's real close. My name is Kevin Peck, and I'm with the DIYPoint team. A little bit about myself. I am a veteran of the U.S. Navy's submarine force. And since my time in service, I have spent over 20 years in the project construction and facility management fields, with the last 14 years as head of maintenance and operations for UC's regional campuses. So DIYPoint, what's our big idea here? Well, our mission is we want to become the recognized leader in home improvement deliverables goods to the region. In order to get there, we have to understand this guy's story. Who's this guy? Well, he's your typical DIYer. He's your weekend warrior. Uses a lot of the free time on the weekends to do anything from simple paint projects to more complex projects. And recently he's decided to build a feature wall for his wife that he saw on Pinterest. He gets pen to paper, makes a design, sketches out a few ideas, and then builds a material list on basically on what he has and what he needs. Heads to the stores, and within a day, start putting things together. So as we all have been in do-it-yourself, you run into problems within the first day. You don't have enough of one material, you have the wrong material, so on and so forth. So what ends up happening is you have a 2-weekend project turn into a 4 to 6 weekend project, which just wastes time and money. So the problem is when you don't have that plan, that project plan, it sets the tone and tenor for success in your project and costs you money and time and gas, and it just eats up your project. And it kind of makes the project less fun. There's also the cost, quality, and quantity disparities among the big box stores. We all go to different Lowe's, Home Depot, the rest of them for different reasons. And there's there are expenses in some, and it's just quality. You can get better lumber in some. There's time lost researching the how-tos. Let's be honest, none of these come with instructions. They're not kits. DIY is very customizable based on what you want, what your outcome is. So you spend a lot of time Googling and YouTubing and just wasting time trying to figure out how to do this. So let's say you have a plan, but it goes south. What you're doing is you're making multiple trips. You're going to multiple stores. You're wasting all your valuable free time on something that you're just going to be a labor of love. You're forgetting material while you're working. And what this means is, we all do it. You go to a store for 5 items. You didn't realize until you're back working on the project that you forgot one of the 5 items. So now what do you have to do now? You stop work, get in your car, clean up, and head to the store. Again, wasting time and money. And then there's having to return the wrong item. Most of us has ever done a plumbing project understand that a lot of us just stand in the aisle looking for the right item, but we end up grabbing a bunch of bags, hoping one of the items fits. We install it, we get the right item, and then we spend time in line returning all the things that we didn't use. So this is just a little mock-up of the website that we had put together, kind of how we would want it to look like, and what the DIYPoint solution is. So what we want to have a website that's a marketplace that has already templated project lists, or what we call recipes, that will give you instructions not only on what you need or how to build it, but maybe even a video too. We want you to be able to correctly shop and budget for your project the first time. And then we want you to find the right materials across multiple home improvement stores rather than going to all their different sites or physically going to all their different stores. And then in many cases, fix those DIY oops moments faster when you realize that you don't have enough mud to finish the job. So one part's for when you plan, one part's for when you don't. So the mobile app, there's obviously would be a mobile app aspect to this. And say you're out in your backyard or you're out and about and you want to build this raised bed planter. You click on the template, you see what you need, to compare to what you might have. You load the shopping cart and you put it in and you order it. And you can use, at least in our theory, you'd be able to use The BOP is buy online, pick up in store, or pick and pull as they call them, between all the big box stores, or you would use what's called last mile fulfillment. And we all know last mile fulfillment. It's become pretty big. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, Kroger Grocery, they've all gotten into it. Well, DIYPoint wants to get into that too. We want to utilize platforms like Mapbox and Nextla, as other companies like Instacart and DoorDash do. We want to start locally, at least 2 to 3 local cities, and we want to expand as the request for service grows. The industry outlook right now for home improvement, $250 billion combined revenue, $35 billion in combined profit, with a 5.7% revenue growth over the last 5 years. This is the big snag, the home improvement average delivery from click to door. It shows basically from 2019 to quarter 3 21 that it's gotten marginally better, but you're still looking at 5 days from the time you order to the time you get it to your door. These are just the basic revenue models. Marketplace, obviously commission, transaction, advertising based, and fee for service. These are typical of this kind of marketplace. Our key timeline goals from quarter 1 23 through quarter 2 24 with the beta testing. It's very simplified right now. So what can we use? Well, it's pretty obvious. We can use an entrepreneur mentorship. We can use somebody that has connections to coders and AI algorithms. We can use community business leaders or connections to community business leaders. And we can use web-based market experience. So this is just the team right now. Me and that strapping lad right there. And that's it. Thank you.